Good morning. It is Sunday morning, late morning, about 10:30 a.m. on the 11th of September, September 11, 2011. Exactly 10 years after 9/11. But actually, I'm not making this vlog about September 11th, 9/11. Just a coincidence, but I thought I'd mention it. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. These video logs are a lot easier to communicate, and I think there's a lot more incentive for the masses to watch a video or a quick YouTube vlog than there is to actually read out a long written blog with not much visual. But here's visual. You can see my face. See? Okay. So anyway, just give a little update. So I've been living in Phuket, moved back to Phuket after going back to the States after graduating. Well, I was in Bangkok, obviously, and coming back and forth to Phuket for basically 3 years when I was finishing up university in Bangkok, and earlier I had graduated December last year, and by February I went back to the States for a few months. So the first time I was back in the States for 7 years, and it was a quick little month and a half, 2-month visit, caught up with family, then came back to Phuket here to be near my family, and that was about early April, late March that I came back to Thailand, and I got a job at the end of April with a local newspaper, an English language newspaper here in Phuket. And so I've been doing that ever since late April. And it's been a good job. At first I started off on the news side, was doing a lot of interviews and news editing. I was at the news desk, and then the way the staffing got shuffled, I ended up on features desk. So a lot more writing, a lot more coordinating, because features looks after about 20 pages worth of content, where it's not as timely as the news side, which is about 8 pages. Exactly 8 pages, and that's all timely, like news, hardcore stuff, so you got to be on the day. Or features, you got a little more time to plan around stuff. Some of it's timely. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of that, and doing a lot of news dealing with sports and even business news and property, and just kind of coordinating and learning a little bit of design layout, learning a 20-year-old technology, 30-year-old technology called PageMaker. And so that's interesting, and it's been good to expand my mind. The weekends, usually, some weekends I'm working, or some Saturdays I'm working. If I'm not working at my main job, I'm working my part-time job, doing content work, content writing, so travel content from Thai to English, and that's what I do most of my spare time. Also, I like to go to FC Phuket. They're the local football club, football as in soccer club, but here, the rest of the world other than America, for soccer is known as football. So anyway, they have a local team there in the Division 1, which is a league lower than the main Premier League, the Thai Premier League. It's come a long way. 2009, they officially incorporated many of the teams. Before, it was mostly small teams or teams associated with banks, and they're still there. It's banks or schools or universities or companies, and I mean, who really wants to go cheer for Thanachart Bank, or who wants to cheer for Kasetsat University, unless you study at Kasetsat University, of course. And so there still are teams like that, but many of the teams got officially incorporated. So you have teams, instead of Bangkok University, that team got incorporated and became Bangkok United. Of course, Bangkok University has their own team now, a new team, after 2009 when these teams got incorporated. So you got Bangkok United, which used to be Bangkok University. Chula University football team got bought out and got incorporated as Big Bang Chula United, or Chula United, and Chula Longkorn United. And of course, FC Phuket, they've been incorporated, and currently, last night they played Bangkok United, by the way, and they won 1-0 after a goal by Sarat Yuyen in the 3rd minute. I think it was written 3rd, but it was pretty quick to get goals like that. And the rest of the game, no other goals were scored, and FC Phuket, they instantly move up to 8th, but depending on if Saraburi wins. Saraburi tonight, on Sunday tonight, plays Customs United, Samut Prakan. So if Saraburi wins, then Saraburi will take the 8th place back, and FC Phuket will be 9th. But they're basically the top 3 teams of the Division 1 league will be promoted at the end of the season to the Thai Premier League, TPL. And the bottom 3 will be demoted, or what you call regulated in soccer terms, to the Division 2. And Division 2 is kind of harder to get promoted because Division 2 in Thailand is divided by region. And since only 3 teams can come up to Division 1, which is a national league, there's 2 national leagues, Division 1 and Thai Premier League. Since only 3 teams will be able to come up to Division 1 by next season, and there's regional leagues in Division 2, so you got the Divisional 2 Southern Region. It's called the AIS League, by the way. You have the Central Region, you have the Northern Region, you have the Northeastern Region, and then I think they mix Eastern Region with the Central Region. I'm not sure. But anyway, you have 4 or 5 leagues, 4 for sure, maybe 5, that the top 3 teams in those leagues, so you got about 4 times 3, 12 to 15 teams that got to play off for 3 spots. So once you're regulated down in Division 2, it's that much harder to climb up. But once you're in Division 1, you only got to climb up to the top 3 to be promoted to Thai Premier League. But anyway, it's competitive, and so that's why I call FC Phuket semi-professional, because they're not in Thai Premier League yet. Even though they're probably in the top 10 teams with the highest attendance records now. The other big teams being, of course, in the Premier League, you've got Buriram PEA, and you've got Muangthong United, and you've got Chonburi FC, and you've even gotten teams like Pattaya United and Sriracha FC, and you got TOT Sports Club, and you got Bangkok Glass. All these teams, they're not all of them are big, but the main ones, Buriram PEA, which just got a new stadium in Buriram, iMobile, they're the top team in the Thai Premier League right now. Buriram PEA and Muangthong United and Chonburi, they definitely have attendances of 20,000 plus per game. And then in Division 1, the biggest, the most popular teams by attendance are definitely without a doubt Songkhla, the Fighting Bulls, which is in the southern region as well. They have the record of all TPL, at least this season that I can see, of 36,000 fans that went to see the Buriram versus Songkhla game, and that was several weeks back. But of course, Buriram has some big followers as well. But obviously, most of those were not from Buriram at that game. So Songkhla is one of the more popular. Buriram FC, not to be confused with Buriram PEA. Buriram FC is in they're in Division 1 league, and they're the top of Division 1. They just ousted BBC Ujula United from the top seat to take the top seat in Division 1. So there's a good chance that Buriram FC will be one of the teams promoted, along with Jula United, most likely, to the Premier League next year. And that'll be interesting when you have both Buriram FC and Buriram PEA in the same league, and there'll be 2 Buriram teams in the main Thai league. It'll be interesting. So anyway, Buriram, Phuket, FC Phuket, they're one of them. But the average attendance at Phuket is probably, like, I would say, 7,000 to 10,000 right now. It's growing. It's growing. When we started off the season, look at the attendance records. It was only like 2,000 or 3,000 compared to other teams like Bangkok United and Jula United and all these other Bangkok-based teams in Division 1 who aren't very popular but should be, only have attendance records of maybe 1,000, 1,500 if they're lucky. And this is interesting because it's a growing popularity sport. Before, in the old times, and still to a big extent stays, Thai fans, they had no team spirit. They didn't have any team spirit, and some of them still don't have team spirit. And they're always cheering teams like, what's your favorite team? Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool, and we're Thai. We have a league now, and it's a really great thing to see that the Thai league has been incorporated, and many Thai fans are cheering their home team, not supporting some team in some country over the seas just because the TV tells them to. They're cheering a team because it is their home team. And so I'm really happy, and I'm really a big supporter of the Thai Premier League because it's good. I'm American, born and raised in America, even though I'm Thai as well. But anyway, I've been living in Thailand. This is my home. I'm not following the NFL, the National Football League, American football, or the NBA, and cheering, oh, this is my favorite team, and I'm supporting it to Thai people. No. I support FC Phuket soccer team. And sure, if there's a soccer game on, an MLS game, and I see Colorado Foxes, I'll have a look, and I'll watch it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to cheer, not to mention I work for a newspaper, so I got to keep up with the local things here. And anyway, that was one kind of dilemma, because our sports editor at the newspaper, he's been on holiday for a month or so. So basically, that responsibility has come onto my desk, basically. And I know our strategy as a local newspaper is to cover local things. And not so much. There's a competing newspaper, right? And their sports section, it is comprehensive sports. It's got like 4 or 5 pages of tables and predictions and sports analysis. But the thing is about their sports page, it looks nice, has lots of rugby and cricket, but a lot of it, I think 3 of their 4 pages or 4 of their 5 pages aren't even local sports. Nothing to do with Thailand, nothing to do with Thai players. They do have like 1 or 2 pages for local sports and Thai sports, but the rest of it's all English Premier League, Rugby World Cup, which is definitely, they do have a point that there's a lot of readers in Phuket who only care about this. They don't care about local sports. And I'm glad I don't have to be in that position where I have to force, or not force, or have to provide what some of these kind of readers want. Oh, we want to know about what's going on in the rugby league or something, when it's not to do with Thailand or not to do with Phuket. The thing that the strategic flaw I see, and other people in my newspaper have pointed out to me, of covering that kind of stuff is because it's not local and it's big mainstream commercial sports. Those fans already can look up these scores and these results and these predictions and these analyses on the internet, or they can get it from their own paper somewhere else. The thing about covering the local Thai league in English is there's not many sources they can go to on the internet, and not at all for some of the games and scores that you'd have to go into Thai at the current moment. Sure, there are some, it's delayed, but it is a niche, a local niche. And yesterday at the football game, I actually got my sign. While I was watching the game, I was in the stands, in the middle stands, looking onto the game, and I saw 2 Thai guys. They were nice polo shirts. I think one was like Le Meridian. Maybe he worked there. I'm not sure. Could have been a Tuk Thug. I have no idea. But he was carrying our newspaper from this week. He was looking at it, and he was following it, and it made me feel good. Like, I'm actually feeling a niche. I'm not just printing something that some guy in some Rawai bar, some grill, some beachside bar who's like, oh, there's a newspaper, and let me look at it and see if there's anything of interest to me. Oh, there's rugby. I'm following rugby. Exactly, that's not our niche, and I'm sure that our competitor, with their sports strategy, yes, they want to target people who don't care about local shit. They want their home sports results, and that's fine and dandy. I'm glad I don't have to cover that shit, because I don't really want to support people who come to Thailand and don't want to open their eyes to where they're at. They want to have all their comforts of home. They want to follow all their same habits, and they want to keep up what's going on at home. At the same time, ignore the local trends and the local things going on that I don't want to support those people. That's why I don't tell my newspaper, hey, we should include the Super Bowl results, or we should include the NBA championships. No, it doesn't really matter, because we're not there. And there are local sports here that are popular and growing and being more trendy, and they are teaching values to the Thai people that, hey, you can have team spirit, and you can love your home team, and you can cheer your home team, and you don't have to be a follower to follow Western trends or K-pop trends, Korean, American, English. I guess you guys can see what I'm saying. Yep, so that's my update here, and thanks for listening.